Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today I'm going to be talking about Survive This Vigilante City. This is an unboxing, and although I got the standard, the standard soft cover, box, so it's not as, extravagant as the, opening up a collector's edition. Which is the last time that I'm going to make that mistake with anything from Bloat Games. I have another game that's coming from them, The Blackest of Deaths, and I got that in the collector's edition. So, it's something that, I should have done with this, but I didn't. So, I know that for the future now to, keep on doing that. So, finally got this in the mail, and so, here it is. Comes in a, nice packaging, and this is going to be a full box opening, so I'm going to cut it open for the first time here and show you off the books. I also had the PDFs. I bought the version where it's a soft cover plus the PDFs, and I'm just really excited about this game. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to running some games in it. I'm looking forward to writing adventures for it, and making, just creating characters and just producing a whole lot with this game. And I do have plans. I'm just cutting this open. I do have plans to combine up because, Eric Bloat has several games out that uses the Survive This system. That's what I'll call it. And I believe the first one, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been Survive This Zombies. That might have been the first one. So this is Survive This Zombies 2, second edition of it. So, and then I also got, along with the Kickstarter that I had done previously, I also got Dark Places and Demogorgons. So this is kind of your inspired by Stranger Things, teenagers in the 1980s, although these guys are, set up down south. So you have this, you have your zombie apocalypse here, and now Vigilante City is obviously a superheroes based, based game. But all three of these can be combined and used together because the game system is the same or very similar, across the board. So they're very compatible, and so that's something that I'm really looking forward to. I mean, your superheroes now could be traveling around in the, I forget the name of this, the town here. Is it Libertyville? Something like that. Jeffersonville. So, yeah, you could have your teenagers running around in Jeffersonville, encountering superheroes that are visiting in from Vigilante City, and they're combining forces and fighting zombies from Survive This Zombies. Or at least that's what I'm looking to do. So let's open this thing up and we shall see. The books are pretty hefty, actually. So here we go. As I recall, I mean, they're both on over 300 pages. So here we go. Now, I'm not sure if I set up my, I don't really set up my camera for the desktop yet. Wow, this thing is heavy. All right, so there it is. There's the, there's the book, nice and glossy cover. And I'm going to show you this in more depth, but this is heavy. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. So this is the core rule. I'm not oriented with this camera. The core rule book, and then this is the villain's guide. All right, so it's kind of like a setting book, and I'm going to show this in detail with you. There's the map of Vigilante City. I'm holding it upside down. So I'm going to just briefly zip through these things and see. So this is my very, very first time looking. I've had the PDFs, and PDFs are good if you're if you're going to travel someplace and you want to just get particular pages to bring along with you, and character sheets and that kind of thing. And speaking of character sheets, that's what's the back cover of the core rulebook. But you know, I don't like to bring the core rule books with me if I'm going someplace to play. I just throw the, you know, what sheets I think I'm going to need in a binder or a folder, and you know, I bring that along with me, and and then I have it on PDF so I can always access it on my tablet and bring it up if I, you know, realize, oh, I forgot a page, you know. But let's shift gears here and see the screen. This is my desktop. Here we go. So there's a book, and you actually get to see the book a little bit better. Like I said, I haven't quite. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so beautiful, beautiful cover. All right, so crack this thing open. So there's all the Kickstarter backers, and let's see. Let's see where I put, how I put mine in there. I forget how I put it and where I'm going to be. Let's see. It's like for some reason my alphabet is not working in my head. Did I go under DM Bloodworth? Let's see. There I am. All right, so DM Bloodworth. All right. So here's the core rulebook. Table of contents. So you have your, oh, let's give everybody their due. So the creative team, Alan Barr, Brandon Etten, Jason Shane, Jody Brandt, Matt McLeod, Brandish Gilham. I'm pretty sure he's an artist. James Bond, Jeff Cape, Josh Palmer, and Eric Bloat. All right. Cover and interior by Brandish Gilham. All right, yeah, for Runehammer Games. And then the layout is by, you know, Eric Bloat and Josh Palmer. Jeff Jones did the logo, editing, and so on. Creative, you know, created by Eric and Josh. So, going through, it's a, you know, really, I just love this. So, Ivan Mike did the forward, so I'm looking forward to reading that as I go through. So, talk about the basics of the game, you know, what is a vigilante? You know, so, terrible. There we go. And so on, basics of the game, creating your character, you know, very, very glossy pages, you know, pretty heavy too. Here's a different character sheet that you could use other than the one that's on the back. Uses a universal, you know, attribute modifiers. And this is the same across all of his games. So it's, like I said, it's very, very compatible. Some interior art, which is, you know, really cool stuff. We'll just keep on going. So here's a character class, an archer. Or what they call archetypes, I guess. The athlete. The crime fighter. The dark avenger. And so on. Gadgeteer upgrades and armor and, you know, other upgradable items. The genius. The mercenary. I'm just flipping through really fast. The protege. I just love the art style. Now this I've seen on you know, he has t-shirts as well with a sharpshooter on it. And something else I'll probably have to get is a t-shirt. I have one coming for the Blackest of Deaths. I didn't go full out on this. Like I said, unfortunately at the time, I wasn't thinking I was, you know, the I don't know what I would, you know, I just wasn't thinking. That's what I should say. Weapons. So we will go through, and I mean, they have each of the archetypes detailed and all of their, you know, mystic spells and things like this. All right, and then we go to Power Armor Pilot, and so each archetype has, a section devoted to it. That's at least what it looks like as a quick view through this. I've really been waiting for the soft covers to get in my hands before I actually dug very deep into the game, even though I've had the PDFs for quite a while. Street rats, so these look like kind of NPC, henchman type things here. Experience and leveling up. Let me go through experience levels and leveling up. It looks like depending on hours, let's see. Optional. For groups that are very heavy into role-playing and not as much into combat, it is recommended to give 1 experience point per hour of gameplay. Yeah, I've seen others, I was reading here actually. I've seen other systems where it's like that, where you're given what might sound like a very low experience points, but you don't need as many experience points to go up in level. As you can see here, you need 5 experience points. So basically, it would take about 4 hours to get to second level, so that's approximately 5 experience points to get to second level here, and you do that in about 4 hours. So I've seen things like that before, which is kind of cool. It's better than having to crunch all those numbers and say, well, you're going to get 5 points for doing this, 25 points for doing that. And it's better just to give like a flat rate of experience by the hours of gameplay. So that's a pretty cool thing. Well, this equipment list is quite, so this is all the equipment list. Car critical failures. I see, that's pretty cool. So they have vehicles and they have vehicle rules and such. Playing the game. Okay. And then here you have another character sheet here as well, and one on the back cover. So you could just slap this on your printer and print out the back cover one. I've actually done that already. I just printed one off the PDF. So here's the villains book. Now, it's a little bit of a misnomer because yes, there are villains in here, but there are also some superheroes that some of us have contributed to, which I have, and I actually have it right here. So Micro Ninja, the hero, is mine, my character that I contributed to, and we'll get to do that as well. I'll take a look at that as well. So they go through, so this is talking about the setting, so Vigilante City and the setting, the different parts of the city, so different neighborhoods and such, and they talk about what's going on in each of those neighborhoods and what gang activities, like I'm looking at this one here. So here in the Western Victory City, the gang activity is high in the war zone, low elsewhere. Every major gang besides the slick mobsters have a territory in this area. So so pretty cool. It's very, kind of, I'm getting that Batman the TV series back in the 60s and 70s kind of vibe from it. So we will go through. And they talk about, so the VC Yakuza, the Victory City Yakuza. Now, since the character I created is a ninja, I will most likely be looking to, see some of the things that have been produced along that kind of line. So definitely be looking at the Yakuza and other things. Maybe he'll be in a, the neighborhood that, is kind of like a Japanese section Japanese American section of the neighborhood. So continuing, flipping through, let's get to this once again. I mean, the core rule book was, I'll give you the page count on that. They're pretty hefty books. So all the way through to the random name generator was 285 pages, and this book here is 224. All right, so pretty good. I noticed this with another game that I recently did, another booklet, where they have this like little line here that allows you to seam this open, and it really does help. It maintains the binding a lot better, so I'm pretty sure that these will handle, oh, I just took it off. I'm pretty sure that the bindings will hold up quite well because of that little seam, which you can clearly see there. So you can open up this book and flip through it and not worry too much about stressing the binding itself. Let's see. I already know what page my character is on. I think it's like 224, but we'll double check. Let's see. I mean, like I said, this is a really hefty book. Oh, not 224. There we go. 225. And so there is Micro Ninja. All right, so my character here. So it gives a little background story for him. Pretty much his story is that he goes off to visit family in Japan, and he accidentally bumps up into this elderly woman, and even though he apologizes and everything for having bumped into her, she ends up placing a curse on him because she is a witch from Japanese folklore. And so she curses him, and it's going to make him progressively shrink. All right, so his true identity is Ren Hattori, his lawful alignment, his background we have over here, and I'll go into that in further detail, some other time when I'm actually playing it. And the thing that they did, which was, phenomenal, wasn't something that I really thought of, was that since he's called Micro Ninja and he shrinks as he gains levels, so he starts, he's starting off, fairly small to begin with. He's only, at the start of his adventuring career, he's 3'10", 68 pounds. All right, he is going to continue to lose size as he goes up in level. Let's see, the Uber curse that was placed on him makes him with a smaller size, but he has an increased strength and movement and such. And I'm looking to see how much he actually loses with each level. I saw it someplace. Oh, there he is. He shrinks another 3 inches every skill level, every even level. But he gains a +2 to melee damage along with that. So as he progresses along, he's going to become, shorter and shorter and more powerful. So, and then I'm going to start working on a story to explain like what her, what the curse actually was, what the nature of the curse was, and potentially how, if he should so choose, how he can recover from it. So, real quick, oh, wrong screen. Oh yeah, that was right screen. So very quickly, so there's a better view of the, of the cover. And when you purchase this, you can get the PDFs. And like I said, the PDFs I kind of like, for various, reasons, puts a little less wear and tear on the book itself. and also much easier to travel if you have their PDF. So here's the foreword by Ivan. Like I said, I can't wait to actually sit down and read it. Even though I've had this for a long time, it's just been excited to get it in my hands. So I'm not going to stay too long on this view anyway. So anyway, thanks a lot, Eric, for producing this game that I'm very, very excited to play. I'm looking forward to get some gaming sessions going very soon. And for any of you out there, I mean, you could still pick up these copies through drive-through. I have a drive-through link on my in the video description, so you can always click on there and then just look up either Vigilante City or Bloat Games, and you'll come across these things. Remember, there's some other stuff that's on drive-through already from Bloat Games. The two other games that I had mentioned, there's Dark Places and Demogorgons, and Survive This Zombies 2nd Edition. So and the Blackest of Deaths, I'm fairly certain that Kickstarter is over by now. But if it's not, give it a quick, look at it. Might still be out there. I forget. I should have double checked. I think that's over by now. I think obviously successful, and looking forward to that coming out, I believe, in June, which is not too far off. So looking forward to that. So thanks for joining in. I hope you liked the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments that you want to leave, please feel free to leave comments. Once again, if you're backing something on a Kickstarter, or you have your own Kickstarter and you want me to take a look at it, I'm certainly like to take a look at what you guys have going on there. And if it's something that I feel like backing, like all of these Bloat games, then it's something that I'll back, and then I'll do a video like this when I get the box. I'll do a box opening and then tear into the game. So I will follow up this video with another video in the next couple of days where I do character creation. So that'll be, getting into character episode. So the next one of that will be Vigilante City. And then, the next time I do some live play, I'll put up a small, a short, live play video. I don't like doing those like 3-hour long live plays. I don't think that people really want to see those. So what I might do is I might just do, hey, we're going to, for this particular scenario, we're going to record this and just get a scenario down. So it's a much shorter video than anyone just, following through and trying to watch a 3-hour long video. So looking forward to doing that as well. So thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. And, I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. You all have a good rest of the week.